CrossFit was born in the aughts through the eyes of Greg Glassman. He had combined aspects of traditional weightlifting, gymnastics, and monostructural conditioning. He found that pulling from these categories and building a workout with either a time domain, basically to do as much as you can, or a work demand, wherein you perform a finite amount of reps as fast as you can, was an excellent way to get fitter. The key, though, was having quantitative data, aka a score, to determine who was the fittest in a group, or if a participant had gotten fitter since the last time they had performed that workout. But we will come back to the quantitative data aspect in a bit. First, let's talk about fitness in the eyes of Greg Glassman. He says, fitness is increased work capacity through broad time and modal domains. Translation, that just means the observed ability to do more, squat more, run long distances faster, etc. Fitness, in Glassman's mind, was seen as the buffer to sickness. On a scale from sickness to health, fitness was what would push you further down the spectrum away from sickness and towards health. And this idea is likely true in most, and I repeat, most cases. In this particular case, which I'm about to show you, is where it actually doesn't work. So we'll look back at the quantitative data or scores of a workout bit. If one's fitness is scored via Glassman's definition of fitness, is one really getting healthier and healthier the fitter they get? Once again, I believe these are fair assessments of health and fitness most of the time. However, we are seeing the exposure of where these terms do not work. Enter elite CrossFitters. With the first CrossFit Games came the first idea of competing to determine the fittest. People from everywhere who were the best at exercise racing within their communities would compete. It was a very grassroots way of promoting the CrossFit brand. The elites were one of us, one of the community. The games grew and grew to become a massive amateur endeavor over the next decade. There were coaches and even sometimes 9-to-5ers training really hard to compete at the highest level. However, slowly but surely, we began to see the pure CrossFit competitor die and the pseudo-professional CrossFitter rise. This is where Glassman's idea of the relationship of health and fitness clashed with the idea of performance. Many would argue that high performance is not synonymous with health. In fact, many athletes would straight up tell you they don't care about their health if what they did allows them to win. At the same time we see the elite CrossFit athlete potentially ignore health for competition glory, there are parallels in the community gym where people are supposed to be doing it for health. People might be doing sloppy kipping pull-ups and kipping everything before being able to do them strict and with good form, all in the name of beating their fellow class takers or beating their old scores. This is where the old criticism of CrossFit lies. So, as the competitive sphere of CrossFit was taking off, it seemed as though Greg Glassman's initial idea of CrossFit was being bastardized. He started to make very strange moves that were blatantly against the CrossFit brand. Deactivating CrossFit social media, laying off the media team, producing content of the elderly lifting water jugs in a studio stage living room, rearranging the structure of the games in a mind-numbingly convoluted way, and then making a series of insensitive tweets. Many gyms across the globe ended up unaffiliating with the CrossFit brand, and the CrossFit Open had some of its lowest participation in years. So Glassman was pushed out, and more recently his right-hand man Dave Castro as well. Which leads us to CrossFit right now. Very recently, as reported by Morning Chalk Up, a massive multi-billion-dollar industry in Monster Energy has signed some very notable athletes. Tia Claire Toomey, a multiple-time CrossFit Games champion, Commonwealth Games weightlifting champion, Olympic weightlifter, and I literally mean Olympic, and now Olympic bobsledder, was probably one of the most notable athletes signed. This effectively is the professionalization of a sport that has had it coming for quite some time. There are those who feel attacked by the fact that a massive corporation that CrossFit battled for their products being seen as unhealthy are now massive sponsors of the CrossFit Games. And those people who feel as though they're being attacked rightfully had felt a closeness to elite CrossFitters. Like I had said before, the aspect of community and the fight for health was a big part of CrossFit competition. But this is a very transformative moment because that closeness is being exposed and actually a massive separation is being shown. You are not elite. You, the person who is genuinely trying to get fitter and healthier, you are not to worry about the elite athletes finally making market money. This one commenter says, CrossFit is about health. Ask retired games athletes how wrecked their bodies are, and you see that it became about winning. Maybe the Monster Games should be separate from CrossFit. I don't want our affiliate members walking in with their monster cans when I'm retailing O2 or FitAid. And this person, like many others in the comments, almost argue against themselves. As he noted, CrossFit is about health and the games athletes aren't about health. And this is precisely why Monster coming in and being a big sponsor is a good thing. It puts a magnifying glass on what the masses need to be aware of. The idea that a methodology for health and fitness can exist at the same time the best of the best practitioners of said methodology can perform at the highest and secure well-earned money.